Hey everyone, today I am doing a new foundation wear test. I'm going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour breathable foundation. There was a red cap kind of version of this, except it didn't say breathable. That one isn't even on their site anymore. I don't know what the story is. I guess this is a reformulation, but obviously 25-hour is supposed to be a real long wear situation. I'm down for that. I don't like touching up. I have oily skin and it's kind of a battle to keep foundation on my face. So when I saw this in the drugstore, I had to grab it. I actually also got the concealer. This is the Lasting Finish Breathable Lightweight Medium Coverage Concealer. I got this one in Fair and I got this one in 300 Sand. I don't think either one of these colors is me, unfortunately, but I was excited to try it, and at my drugstore, they were like sold out basically. Like there was like no selection. I went with the closest I could get. I did self tan, so I don't know. I might look crazy by the end of this, but I will be able to report back on the formula, and if it's awesome, then I can go back and get my real shades. The things I do for YouTube. Ding. Hello, drugstore. You gotta love it. I love drugstore stuff, especially drugstore foundation. It is like my go-to all the time, forever. Yeah, there's been like no significant time period in my life I've gone without drugstore foundation as a favorite, as a staple, as like an everyday thing. So I'm open to loving this one. You know, sometimes I feel like people like do drugstore reviews and they're not usually like a drugstore makeup girl, and it's like they kind of come at it with like a slant where they're like, this is some cheap crap I'm gonna put on my face for one day and it's probably gonna suck. They don't really say that, obviously, but you know what I mean. I am ready and willing to love this. You know how the whole foundation wear test review goes. I'm gonna put it on camera, and then I'm gonna wait a million hours. I'm gonna wait like 25 hours, not really. I really would like to do like a 25-hour long wear test, but I don't think I'm that crazy quite yet. Maybe in like a year. I'm working on it. Just wait. Subscribe. Thumbs up if you want to see it. No. Okay, so before I put it on, a little information. This foundation comes in 16 shades, or that's what I counted on the Rimmel website. On the CVS website, they were showing way less shades. So I guess they're just not like carrying them all yet. I bought mine at Walgreens. Like I said, they were like all bought out already, whatever. So I haven't seen them in real life, but online, it looks like the shade range does look good. It doesn't look like it goes too light or too dark, but I feel like I can't totally judge it by just looking at like those little circles that they have on the site. But 16, that's a good number, right? Are we happy with that? I don't even know anymore. You tell me. It has SPF 20, and on the bottle it says it is a high definition finish, medium coverage, long wear foundation, and obviously it's breathable. It's supposed to not clog your pores. I should hope not. Like I said, I bought mine at Walgreens, but I don't have the receipt anymore, so I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I saw online that it was going for $7.99, which is not bad, right? It says to shake it. I'm probably overdoing it. The packaging is quite interesting. It's got like the gigantic doe foot applicator. I feel like this is kind of like a trendy packaging application situation. It's kind of like the Clinique foundation and the new Shape Tape foundation. It had this kind of thing going on. I don't know. I'd much rather have a pump, but I guess they're just trying to do something different. Ooh, I detect a scent. It's kind of sunscreeny. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but I do smell something. I'm not sure if it's a fragrance. I don't really like fragrance in my skincare products or skin products at all. But I have used this a couple of times already, and as I was applying it, I didn't notice that, but my nose wasn't like at the bottle like it just was. So I don't know, it's probably not a big deal. So let's put it on my face. I feel like I've talked way too much. I'm gonna use my primer that I usually use. This is my Hourglass Mineral Veil primer in the tiny little travel bottle, and I am running low. I'm just gonna use like my regular primer stuff because I feel like that gives it like the best chance to work on my skin, because that's what I usually do and it usually works for me. Take a bath in this stuff. Have you guys ever thought of like using like face skincare on your whole body? Because like that's where I want to get in life. What would you look like when you're old if you did that? I want to do that experiment, that like 25-year experiment. This is the NYX matte finish, a long-lasting setting spray. I use it as like a primer thing. It keeps me matte. It's nice. Also, my hair is wet right now, but it's just like very minorly wet, so it might just look like greasy and disgusting. I promise it's clean. I had a really weird morning. I want to tell you about it right now, but I'm going to focus on doing this video. I'm going to add just like the tiniest bit of translucent powder onto my T-zone because this really helps me stay matte, and it actually also adds like a tiny bit of coverage. I think it's a really good trick, especially if you have oily skin. Ugh, I probably look so glamorous right now. It's tough. All right, let's see how bad this shade is. I am prepared to look crazy. Wow, that's not right. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm just starting with that much. The shade, not great. I'm blending it on with a brush because I want to give it the best chance to have like the most coverage possible. It says it's a medium coverage, but I feel like when you use a beauty blender, it can really shear it out and not give you as much coverage as it claims to have. All right, earrings were a mistake, as usual. Calm down. My earrings are off for this review. Okay, I definitely think that I could have used more to give it a more even coverage. I just didn't want to like go too hard too soon. I have a tendency of doing that. Okay, for some reason, it is just like not covering like this part of my face. I guess I'm just like being too conservative with how much I'm putting on. Ugh. That, or it's a like medium to light coverage, which is totally possible. Actually, I'll show you one side and the other side. Turn the light down so maybe you can see a little better. That makes no sense. That's just like kind of a sheer layer. And this is nothing but primer. It definitely adds something. It definitely adds some coverage. I like that. I like that. And the color actually doesn't look as bad as I anticipated it would. At least in my head, it doesn't. Does that look okay? I don't know. I look like Two-Faced right now with these lips. All right, so let's do the other side. I feel like having an applicator like this just kind of makes me want to put too much on. And so maybe that's why I'm, oh my gosh, there's almost a disaster over here. You missed it. Okay. I think it blends on nicely. I can smell it now that I've realized there's a scent. You know how that works? My brain has recognized the scent. Okay, I definitely put more on this side and I'm liking the way it looks more than this side. So I need to add a little bit more over here. It's not as easy to like blend out just a little bit of the foundation. Like you need to like have dots everywhere to have enough. You know what I mean? So, and a little extra on my chin because I have two little dots here. During my period, I got two like real mean zits and they left marks. They're not that bad and they're getting better, but I want to see, just want to see if the foundation can cover that up. All right, now I'm driving myself crazy and I feel like this side is like a little bit patchy, like I didn't put enough, but I just need to stop. I need to know when enough is enough. And I'm actually going to add some down my neck because I have a very veiny neck situation that I don't love. So I always bring down my foundation like in a pretty aggressive way, like probably more than your typical person does. I can't speak for the other shades, but this one does seem like it's a little bit pink. I think I'm more of like a neutral tone. So sometimes I can go either way, but usually pinker ones kind of are okay for me. So we'll just see how this looks through the day. All right, enough is enough. Brushes down. We need more light. It looks creepy in here. Ugh. All right, now I'm grabbing the concealer and I'm actually not gonna use any other concealer. Usually I would use a different concealer for under eye and then redness around my face, but I'm just gonna see how this performs under the eye and around the face. Just like, hey, maybe this could be like an all-in-one concealer. That would be amazing, right? One thing about this concealer that is annoying, it is the little applicator spongy deal. I didn't rip it off, but I imagine that you could, and it would just be like a little spout. It feels like there's just a little tube there and you could bypass this nasty, nasty little thing. Obviously, I've used it. I definitely have not formed an opinion on it though. Also 25 hours, we'll see. Oh my gosh. This is like a harsh contrast next to the foundation shade. Ooh, fair is not my shade for concealer. All right, switch it to a brush. This is what I normally would use. I started tapping it in with my fingers. It just felt wrong. I'm going for that bright under eye look. Hello guys, I am here and I am awake. Seriously? Hate notifications? I've had it up to here with the notifications. I don't care. Sorry, I'm going crazy. I don't know how to stop. So the coverage is definitely not on like Tarte Shape Tape level by any means under the eye, and that's like my go-to. I like a lot of coverage, but this is okay. This is workable. It looks like a more like natural, not like perfect mannequin kind of coverage, which is okay. It's all right for some people. Just kidding. It will be fine. I'm also going to use this. I'm going to try to use it with the applicator. This is going to be weird, especially when I'm like trying to hold the brush too. Trying to put a little bit down my nose. Oh gosh, this is not working. I don't like this applicator. Why does this even exist? Okay, the applicator sucks, but you can always tear that little spongy thing off. That's what I do with that Maybelline under eye eraser thing. I think that's what everybody does now because that thing is just rubbish. Rubbish. Okay, I'm gonna use it with my finger. This is some nonsense. It feels kind of empty. Wow, that like took a lot of squeeze to get any out. Rimmel, are you trying to pull a fast one on me? I'm gonna put it on my little spots here. They're not too serious. I don't have like a good zit to test this out on. I mean, unfortunately for you, but like fortunately for me, because I really would rather not have one. Let's put a little on the eyelids and see how that works. I really like to use a concealer that is like a cream formula or like a more solid for redness around my face, because I feel like it has better coverage and it has better staying power, but I'm open to being wrong. It happens all the time. That actually covered pretty well. I do look kind of crazy because it's such a light color compared to the foundation, but it's gonna be all right. Nobody cares. You guys might care, but like everybody else out in the world, they do not care at all. So I don't have to care either. The foundation definitely does feel tacky, and the concealer also feels tacky. Doesn't feel like it's drying down a whole lot. It doesn't feel liquidy or anything, but the finish without setting it, it looks not glowy, but not matte. So it's more of like a natural finish, I think. We'll see how that goes. So now I'm just setting under the eyes and all over my T-zone and everywhere I used the concealer. I actually might just like try to lightly set my whole face because I want to give it a chance. I want to give it a fighting chance. Okay, just a really light dusting. Why do I make those faces? They're like the worst faces ever. I didn't set it to the point where it's not like minorly sticky because I don't want to like betray the natural finish, but I definitely set it all over. All right, so immediately after application, I like the way it looks. It doesn't look super heavy. Maybe it looks like a little bit heavy, like right around this little smile line right here, but that is a like trouble spot for me. It almost always looks like a little, not so great right there in that area because I've got like the pores here and then I've got the smile line there. Just like a trouble spot for everyone probably. I did cover up my spots down here pretty well. It's not like full coverage, but like this is definitely good enough for me for sure. Let me give you a close up as well. This is the face. Please do not look at my disgusting concealer lips. This is the face right after application. Ooh la la. Looks pretty good, right? So now I'm gonna finish up my makeup and do my hair and stuff, and I will check back in with you when there's an update. Okay, I'm back in action. It's been a long day. I've had this makeup on for like 13 hours. It's real late at night. I really need to go to bed. My voice is starting to get like all crackly and weird. I gotta finish out this video. I haven't used a shine sheet on my face. I haven't used powder. I've been trying to keep my hands off of my face, but do you see my skin? I'm not sure if you can tell. It's definitely really shiny. It started getting extremely glowy, like slightly uncomfortably glowy around, I'd say around like hour 6. But since I've just been home tonight, I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. Like I didn't put on any powder or use a shine sheet or whatever because I just wanted to see what would happen. This is supposed to be the 25-hour long wear foundation, and I wanted to give it a good chance to actually like stick to my face even if it got oily. And I'm extremely oily. I am definitely like far beyond needing a shine sheet, but just looking at my skin now, very shiny, but the foundation is still there. I see it breaking up like a very tiny amount on the side of my nose, and it has faded like around my nose right here, but I have also like wiped my nose like just like a tiny amount, but it has held on really well. Like I do feel like it's emphasizing my lines a little bit, but it's not like gathering in the lines. Do you know what I mean? And I definitely like that because I hate to see that. I hate to see it. It's disgusting, but sometimes you just can't help it. But I'm actually really impressed with how this foundation wore. Yes, I got really oily, but it also didn't really say that it was a mattifying foundation. It was more of a natural finish from the get-go. So I wanted to do my shine sheet on camera so maybe we could test it out, see if like a lot of it came off or if it moved. Oh my gosh, that looks so weird. Maybe I need to do like a close-up to really let you see like how it's broken down a little bit on the nose. I like to do extreme close-ups. I'm so sorry about that. But for those of you that are interested, I don't know if you can tell, but like over here, that's where it's broken up a little bit. It's really not even that bad. And then you can see like my smile lines right here, and then also my forehead. You can see like the one little spot where I used, oh my gosh, that looks so weird, where it's like just matte right there. Oh, that's so weird. So maybe you can see better. I'm not sure if that really helped when I turn the light down, but this is the situation with the skin. And it's been a really, really long time. Let's go ahead and use this shine sheet. If I wasn't doing a foundation wear test, I would absolutely have used a shine sheet like a long time ago, like at like hour 6, definitely. Because I hate whenever I get shiny and it starts to feel a little bit heavy. And honestly, the foundation didn't actually feel heavy until it started getting really oily. And then it's not really like the foundation's really feeling heavy. It's like it's the oil. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you have oily skin, you get what I mean. If not, you are a blessed person. And this foundation would probably be perfect for you if you're not an oily person. But even still, I feel like it's worth a shot for oily people too, because it actually hangs on pretty well. All right, so I'm just looking at the skin after I use this shine sheet everywhere. It's definitely not looking fresh, but I don't know if they really said that. Like, that was one of my questions. I was like, all right, you could wear it for 25 hours when you like go to your all-night disco, but like, are you gonna be looking like garbage disposal trash by the end of it? I wouldn't say I look like garbage disposal trash right now, but like, it's definitely not looking so fresh, but it's not horrible either. Like, if I had an extremely, extremely long day and then I just used a shine sheet and I looked like this, like, I'd be okay with it. I'd want to like maybe use a little like powder for some coverage around my nose. But other than that, I'm okay. Like, you don't see those spots on my chin popping out. I'm actually really impressed with this foundation. This is the longest I've ever worn it. And this is the most I've observed it, really. All right, if I'm going to talk to you, I need some more light. I need you to back up out my face. I can't even tell you how excited I get when I find a great product in the drugstore. I mean, yes, I've only used it like 3 times so far, but like, you saw what happened on this face. It went pretty well. Like, it's not perfect after a crazy long day, but I don't think anybody truly expects that from their makeup. Like, you go to the orthodontist, things happen to your face. I also went to the travel doctor and I got 3 shots. My arms hurt so bad right now. Oh, typhoid shot. It's not a game. Totally off topic. I'm sorry. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about the concealer. The concealer has worn all right. I wouldn't say it looks cakier than Tarte Shape Tape. I wouldn't say it's creasing or emphasizing my lines under my eyes more than Tarte Shape Tape. Because like, honestly, does that look that good at the very, very end of the day? No, it's a very heavy concealer. Ooh, here's a little area that looks a little patchy. That's not the best. But it's also not the worst. It's not full coverage, so if you like Tarte Shape Tape, if you like Bye Bye Under Eye, you might feel like this is a little bit lacking, but if you like a lighter concealer, I think you'd be really happy with this. It did wear off around my nose, but that happens. I like this. I don't really like the packaging, but I think it's worth a try. So it definitely looks like I'm gonna be heading back to the drugstore to finally get my actual shade. These shades actually worked out pretty well. I feel like it definitely faded a little bit whenever I used the shine sheet. Like, I don't really see a lot of product on the shine sheet. That was gross. Sorry, guys. But I would definitely say this is worth a try. I liked it. I feel like it would also work with dry people, but I obviously can't tell you from my own experience. So I really hope this review was helpful for you guys. Give it a thumbs up if it was. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you back. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments. I'm listening. I love hearing from you guys. You can also find me on social media. It's LeighAnnSays everywhere. Come say hey. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Log your course. To give it a more like even, I'm so embarrassing to myself at all times. Oh well, oh well, oh well.